Hey, and we got the next story. Now we read the real big story, like more than 1,000 words. Name of the story is Murder in a Mansion. It's like a detective, I guess. Detective, okay. Murder in a Mansion. And you know the word murder, right? Murder. Mansion is like a big house. Very big, expensive house. Mansion. Murder is a process when someone kills another person, right? Okay. The story of the murder of a rich businessman. And as usually you understand, repeat, answer. The story of the murder of a rich businessman. First time when you repeat, you just repeat couple words. And then when I read second time, you try to repeat the whole sentence. If you cannot repeat it, I read it again. Third time, even sometimes 5 times. The story of the murder of a rich businessman. June 22nd, 1952 was David Travis's 60th birthday. He had dinner and at his house with his wife, Amanda, his daughter, Barbara, his business partner, George Smith, and his assistant, Claudia Myers. The next morning, when Amanda Travis went to her husband's bedroom, she found him in bed dead. Okay, so what is this story about? Okay. Okay, so this story is about murder, right? Someone kills someone. Okay. So, and this mansion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, who do you think the killer? Who do you think the murderer? Who do you think the murderer is? And before you answer, I want to ask you a question. Who is Claudia? Okay, Claudia is David's assistant. Okay. And who is Amanda? Amanda is his daughter. Okay. No, Amanda is his wife, yes. Okay, and his daughter is Barbara. And one more person, George Smith, right? Who is George Smith? He is a business partner. Okay. When does the story take place? When does the story take place? So when was it? What year? In 1952. Who is the main character and murder victim? Victim, okay? New word. V-I-C-T-I-M. V-I-C-T-I-M. Who is the main character and murder victim? And who is the main character and murder victim? So it's David Travis. David Travis is the main character and he is murder victim. Why was June 22nd an important day for him? Can you repeat my question first? Why was June 22nd an important day for David Travis? Why was June 22nd an important day for him? It was an important day for him because it was his 60th birthday. It was his 60th birthday. What did he do that night? What did he do that night? So what did he do? He had dinner with his wife, his daughter, his assistant, and business partner. Okay, he had dinner with his wife, his daughter, and 2 guests. And now tell me, who do you think the murderer is? Who do you think the murderer is? Okay, the murderer is... Okay, we don't tell here. Okay, and now we listen to the story. Lieutenant Jackson arrived at about 9. Lieutenant Jackson arrived at about 9. He was a tall man with a big black mustache. He was a tall man with a big black mustache. What is mustache? Mustache, it can be beard and can be mustache. Mustache is hair above your lip or under your nose. It's for men. Sometimes for girls, but generally for men. So it's a hair. What is hair? On the nose. Yes, okay, you got it. So he was a tall man with a big black mustache. Amanda, Barbara, Claudia, and George were in the living room. The lieutenant came in. Mr. Travis died between midnight last night and 7 o'clock this morning. He said. Okay, so Lieutenant Jackson said. So what did he say? Okay. Mr. Travis died between midnight last night and 7 o'clock this morning. Okay. Between midnight last night and 7 o'clock in the morning, he said, somebody in this room killed him. He looked at them one by one, but nobody spoke. He looked. So who is he? Lieutenant Jackson. One by one. He looked at them one by one, but nobody spoke. Mrs. Travis, I want to talk to you first. Mrs. Travis, I want to talk to you first. Come into the library with me, please. Mrs. Travis, I want to talk to you first. Come into the library with me, please. Amanda Travis followed the lieutenant into the library and they sat down. Followed. What is followed? Followed the lieutenant into the library. And they sat down. What did your husband do after dinner last night? What did your husband do after dinner last night? Okay. When we finished dinner, David said he was tired and he went to bed. When we finished dinner, David said he was tired and he went to bed. Okay, just divide this long sentence. When we finished dinner, David said. Repeat. He was tired and he went to bed. Did you go to bed then? No, I didn't. I went for a walk outside. I went for a walk outside. What time did you go to bed? About 11:45. Was your husband asleep? I don't know, Lieutenant. We slept in separate rooms. So you know the word separate? We slept in separate rooms. Okay, good. Did you hear anything when you were in your room? Did you hear anything when you were in your room? Did you hear anything when you were in your room? Yes, I heard David's bedroom door. Yes, I heard David's bedroom door. Bedroom door. Bedroom door. Do you understand it? I heard David's bedroom door. It opened. I thought it was David. Then it closed again. I read in bed for half an hour. I read, it's a past form from read. I read in bed for half an hour. I read in bed for half an hour. Then I went to sleep. What time did you get up this morning? I got up at about 7:15. I had breakfast at 8. And I took my husband a cup of coffee. You understand the sentences, right? I found him in bed. He was dead. Tell me, Mrs. Travis, did you love your husband? Did you love your husband? David was a difficult man. But did you love him, Mrs. Travis? No, Lieutenant. I hated him. I hated him. Okay, so we got the story, right? Now you tell me true or false. I give you information, 7 sentences, and you tell me true or false. And before this I give you verbs. I give you verbs, irregular verbs, and you give me their infinitive of these verbs. Okay? So you give me infinitive form of these verbs. You know infinitive forms, right? That comes with preposition to. For example, I tell you went, and you give me infinitive form, go. So you tell me to go. Infinitive form always comes with preposition to. So I tell you went, you tell me to go. Came, to come. Said, said, not set, said. He said, blah 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 blah, he said. Okay, he said. When he said something. When he's talking, he said. Okay. To say, very good. Spoke, to speak. Sat. To sit. Slept, to sleep. Heard, to hear. Thought, thought. Yes, to think, very good. Read, read. To read. Took, to take. And verb number 10, found. To Okay. Found. Do you understand this verb? Found. Found. Infinitive. F-I-N-D. F-I-N-D. You got it? F-I-N-D. Find. Find. Okay. Find. To find. To find. Past form, irregular verb, found. F-O-U-N-D. Okay. Now I give you 7 sentences and you tell me true or false. If it's false, if it's incorrect, you give me the correct sentences, okay, about this story. Question number 1. Sentence number 1, I mean. Somebody killed David at 8. False. He died between midnight and 7 in the morning. We don't know. Maybe it's not 8 o'clock, right? Sentence number 2. The lieutenant questioned Amanda in the living room. Is it true? No, it's false. The lieutenant questioned. Yes, the lieutenant questioned Amanda in the library. Library. Say library. Library. Say it. Okay, library. Very good. Sentence number 3. David went to bed before Amanda. David went to bed before Amanda. Now you think it's false because Amanda heard David, right? But went to bed means go to sleep, not went to bedroom. And this is actually very interesting because, yes, she thought that it was David, but it was not David. You understand? David went to bed before Amanda. Okay, now you got it, right? David went to bed before Amanda. And Amanda went for a walk, right? After dinner, remember? Okay, it's true. Sentence number 4. Amanda and David slept in the same room. It's false. They slept in separate rooms. Very good answer. Number 5. Somebody opened and closed David's door. That's true. Repeat the sentence. Somebody opened and closed David's door. Okay, that's true. Number 6. Amanda got up at 7. Amanda got up at 7. Amanda got up at 7. It's not exactly true because she got up at 7:15. Okay? That is almost true, right? 7:15, doesn't matter. Okay, and last question, last sentence. Amanda didn't love David. That's true. Amanda didn't love David, right? Actually, she hated him. Okay? So it's not just didn't love, she hated him. Okay. And we continue. Now, okay. Now it's okay for today's thing. Okay.
David? 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 Oh no!
Lieutenant Jackson arrived at about 9 o'clock. He was a tall man with a big black mustache. Amanda, Barbara, Claudia, and George were in the living room. The lieutenant came in. Mr. Travis died between midnight last night and 7 o'clock this morning, he said. Somebody in this room killed him. He looked at them one by one, but nobody spoke. Mrs. Travis, I want to talk to you first. Come into the library with me, please. Amanda Travis followed the lieutenant into the library, and they sat down.
What did your husband do after dinner last night?
When we finished dinner, David said he was tired and he went to bed.
Did you go to bed then?
No, I didn't. I went for a walk outside.
What time did you go to bed?
About 11:45.
Was your husband asleep?
I don't know, Lieutenant. We slept in separate rooms.
Did you hear anything when you were in your room?
Yes, I heard David's bedroom door. It opened. I thought it was David. Then it closed again. I read in bed for half an hour. Then I went to sleep.
What time did you get up this morning?
I got up at about 7:15. I had breakfast, and at 8 o'clock I took my husband a cup of coffee. I found him in bed. He was dead.
Tell me, Mrs. Travis, did you love your husband?
David was a difficult man.
But did you love him, Mrs. Travis?
No, Lieutenant. I hated him.